things the Bible has lied to us is they say a husband and a wife, they become one. That thing doesn't exist.
They become one?
Yes. The Bible says that. You see, a husband and wife become one. So which you were married, you're going to be one person.
Yeah, like a union, no?
Yes, union, but it is not.
Why not?
Yes, because your mind is separate to yours. Your desire is still different.
But what about if you and your wife, you guys align on the same, like you guys have the same mentality? For example, her beliefs and your beliefs, they align together and you guys build and you grow. Isn't that one union? You guys are...
No, you're not going to be one. Because you have things work together, you're not going to be one. There is no way.
So what is that?
Yes, you and you. Yeah, always are going to be different. But you can work with your differences. But you are going to be separate. You are not going to be one person.
When you die based on
everything. Even when you are thinking by yourself. When you are dreaming, no one knows. Your wife can't know, or your husband can't know what you are dreaming. You know, you are sleeping. You may be sleeping somebody's in heaven, somebody's sleeping in the same bed, you are in hell. So, and you know, that is how it works, you know? Yes, that is why sometimes it's only things is when bring the communication and to understand each other and to know the issue we have is both of you. But you can come from work, you have a problem in head with your boss, and you bring that here in the house. See, that is another issue there.
So yes. How do you think, like, if I'm a husband and I've had a bad day at work, football, you know, things have not been going best, how do I avoid bringing that into the home? Hey, I have fantastic news for you. The Rubasha Family podcast is proud to announce that we have partnered with WorldRemit. Now, as a diaspora family, African Australian, we have our loved ones back home. We want to feel connected with our people, whether we're sending money back home to create our family legacy, building generational wealth, or we're connecting with our loved ones, birthday parties, whatever the situations is. We always want efficient and effective ways for us to be able to send money directly, straight away for the people that we love or the projects that we're funding. So we have some fantastic news for you. For the link in the description, it's going to sign you up with WorldRemit. And not only that, even better news, guys, watch this. Once you send over $100, you will have $15 put into your WorldRemit account immediately. So make sure when you click the link in the description, it's going to take you to sign up with WorldRemit. Not only that, it's going to ask you to use a referral code. You punch in that referral code and that will give you $15 as soon as you send over 100. Now back to the video.
It's talking to your mind again. Talk your mind. No matter when you live in the home, you know that is your first place to live.
That's your peace.
Yes.
You're out of the world.
Yes. So anytime the morning you are leaving unhappy, you know, you have to think twice. Yeah. Talk to your mind first. Before you leave, just settle before you go. And again, you're coming from the office, you go home, before you reach, you remember, no, let me leave it here. And that's how it works. But you see, you have to talk to it. As we never knew, we used to think that's how life is. But it's not how life is. When you start to use your mind, you can talk to things there, and then that's how things work. And when it works, feel, wow, why do you know these things all these times? You know, the power of mind works because it's contain everything for you. Yes, you can leave home with anger. Sometimes sit control, why do I have this anger? What this person did? What is this there? Why did you argue? What did the issue was? And we talk to yourself, you go to find the issue within 5 seconds.
Like, for example, like this is a good example, not even just relationships, right? So I could be in bed and mom is outside of the room and she's playing loud TV, she's watching Nigerian movies, she's talking out on the phone, and my instinct could be like, go and say, mom, like, turn it down. But me, I know how my mom would react if I do that. So it's, like you said, talk to your mind and say, and this could be, it's the same way in relationships.
Yes.
You know, maybe you know that partner, you've done it, and that partner has maybe shouted at you. You said, oh, like one time mom shouted at me, and then the next time, that anger reacted, slow down. No, just think about football, or think dream, and you live in peace.
Yes, you live in peace. You use your mind, you live in your heaven. Man, it's make a difference. This thinking mind, this working power of your mind, this know God is your mind. It work better in you. So when you say in you, it's inside in you, which is in your mind. No one else can sit outside. Yeah, no. That's why the power of your mind is within you. That's why the hell and heaven, I will keep saying it, you sit in your mind. You go, people start to like to be happy. It's hard to know if you're happy or not. Because your happiness has to be inside of you.
Okay, so what, even in situations, because there's a lot of men in situations where, like, you know, everyone always has to be accountable. You know, things happen for a reason and you always take accountability. But what about for the men who maybe you haven't seen your child in, like, imagine you now, you hadn't seen us in 6, 7, 8 years. A lot of men today, especially in those positions, are living in hell. I see it every single day. You think, and I understand, because that's your children. You made that, like, that's your child. For a man not to be there for a daughter, for the son, how is that man going to live in heaven? No matter what the situation is, if he's in that situation, like, what advice would you give to someone like that?
So the advice, like, some that time, if it goes for a long period of time, so that's something also again called mental sickness. So there's something also whenever much talking about always, which is mental sickness. Sometimes, or especially as African men, we always have that mental sickness to look after our kids, to look after the relationship. But no one knows is mental sickness. Yes. We never think these people who are sick is that it could be stressful. We could be thinking. So those mental sickness become like that until you see maybe counseling, or you learn and you know there's something's wrong with you, to work out, to think about it. You can even look, as I say, maybe advice, professional advice. Because if you go to think, oh, I'm okay. No.
But like, that's my question. How do they get to the point to live in peace when you have not seen your child? Because, I mean, what would you do in that situation?
Yes, but always there have to be reason why. Always I say there is a reason. There is not things which doesn't bring a reason to be happening. Yes, it could be anger of the wife. It could be some things you have to contribute. There have to be some things you don't want to do. That's why somebody else take that things there. But maybe some other people could be just malicious, or could be run away. It could be something you can't control it. So you do. So it's now you work with your mind now. So what you do, you just see them yourself. See your children in your mind. Yes. Talk to them in your mind. Yes. See them playing. See all the memory you have with them in your mind. Because remember, everything's in your mind. Everything where you see them is in your mind. Where you can't see them, it's in your mind. So what do? You just imagine them and see them. You see them play. Look each memory. You have seen them. Because the mind is how it works. So is it in the same example? I lost my parents. I lost everybody loved one. But I can talk to my father sometime in the dream. I remember he came. I talked to my mom. They passed away. But everybody is in your mind. There's nothing go away. Some things go away is something you have ever seen. But everything you have seen, people you have met, people you have encountered, every situation you have been in always is in your mind. And it can come anytime without any warning. And that's how you deal with everything you can see. So that is why you make it positive. But if you keep putting negative, also it stays there. But see the good things in your mind with the loved ones you can see.
I think that is so powerful, because like I said, for many men, even if it's like you said, malicious, where the other person is being malicious or whatever that situation is, every single day you see your children, you're like you said, you'll be in heaven. You'll go about your day, and you know what? I see my children, and that repetition of thinking and mindset, like you said, the power of God, it can go into that other person's mind so powerful, so strong, and maybe it even forces outside of you the way things work, that person will come and say, here's your child.
Yes, that's how it works. If even you go somewhere, you meet them, and like that, because the positive mind is going to come, is going to do things.
You're happy, you're positive, you're joyful.
Yes, but when you tell people, because they haven't experienced there, no one can accept it until you test it. Test, you use your mind or small things, and then you go to see how it's going to turn out and how you go to work out. That's what I mean witnessing it. These the things I'm saying is my experience. The change, you see it. Any things which bothers you, any things which is you feel, thinking about it. See it in your mind in a positive way. And you can see it, and you can think in a positive way, or you can put it in a negative way.
It's true. And even some men are in the situations where all it even maybe takes is for you to reach out to that person. Just, hey, all that, but like you said, that pain, that bitterness, that anger, just unresolved issue, it can't even make you go and just reach out to that person. Instead of being positive, that hell that you're in, then like you said, it just makes it worse, because
we people
resolve it so easily.
Yeah, people, my wife, she was evil. He was evil for 10 years. If you live with that evil for 10 years, you should be happy that evil now has gone away. Now live peaceful. If you live with evil 10 years, why complaining anymore? You should be saying, oh, God, thank you. Yes, and don't mention that evil now, because you're already gone. So, but if you keep mentioning, it's staying in your mind. It's true. Yes, don't mention it. You've been evil and you run away. Just don't say it. Yeah. No one has ever broken up with somebody who could say somebody, my wife was nice. No one. Always they call them evil. But why do you call them evil? Been with them 20, 30 years. And they are bad children of you. You know, you have things there, and then you call them. There is no person who is evil. It's the situation you are in, it was bringing evil, but the person is still nice, is still some things there.
Yeah, like you said, why does it have to be in a negative way? It's like, and it's like, it's like me playing at a lower team, and then I signed for Manchester City. I'm rejoicing. I'm happy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, why think about the past in such a
negative? Yes, and as I say, it's your narrative. You brother and your sister. Yes,